What's going on, people? Welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV and welcome back to another Tottenham update. Again, the daily briefings from We Are Tottenham TV on the COVID cases at Spurs. There's been quite a few updates from different various sources, so let's get straight into it. I thought you said
variants there for a second.
Different various sources. First one, let's talk about Sami Mokbel's ones. Well, I'll go through all of them and then you can give your take on it afterwards. But let's start off with Sami Mokbel. And he says Tottenham returned to training. This was yesterday, by the way. Tottenham returned to training today, and Antonio Conte wasted no time putting his players through a double session, looking increasingly likely Leicester game should be okay. It is understood the training centre buildings remain closed. The players arrived, trained, and then went home. Sunday's double session was approved by the Premier League and the Health Security Agency. But he's then reported today, Sami Mokbel, that he says Tottenham Hotspur have been hit by a new positive corona case among their first team squad. Football London say the entire Tottenham under-23 squad were sent home from Hotspur Way yesterday following a new positive COVID case amongst the first team. Jonathan Veal says Spurs planning for the Leicester game to go ahead. They are training again today with two of the players who originally tested positive back in training. Matt Law says Tottenham Hotspur have been hit with a new positive corona case among their first team squad and a massive outbreak in the under-23 squad as well. So what are you thinking? You thinking this Leicester game is going to go ahead?
Yeah, Football London as well today saying that they're Tottenham are planning for the game to go ahead. So it looks like despite one new case, I think players are coming back. The players rumoured to have come back are Hill and Emerson. So I think that from between now and Thursday, they say the first team areas are still not open, but the training pitches they're training on. So I think the game will go ahead as things stand, unless between now and Thursday, if there's a bunch more positive cases. I think the game is going to go ahead. Whether who's going to be available or not remains to be seen, and that could be a detriment to us on Thursday if we don't have a full squad. But I think at this point in time, we can't be, unless it's super, super necessary, I don't think you can delay anymore. So I think you've got to have to try your best to get the game to go ahead from our point of view. So that's how I think it's going to be played out. So I think the game will be played on Thursday. And I think it's good. The players are back on the training pitch, and that's positive. And hopefully we can start getting back to normal a bit. It's been a bit of a crazy week.
Well, you say back to normal, but Leicester recorded cases, but their games went ahead. Man United now have recorded some cases. Villa have recorded some cases.
I was talking about for Spurs, I don't know about everyone else.
But Norwich have recorded some cases. Do you not think that the Premier League is in threat of maybe stopping for a week or two?
Of course it is. Definitely, especially how things are going with more and more restrictions in the country. So, of course, football, if the country is affected, football's going to be affected. I think it's more they'll stop the fans going before they cancel games. So unless they've kind of restricted fans yet, I don't see the game stopping just yet. Instead of here and there, I think they're going to try their best to keep it going. But look, if there's a series, if it goes throughout the Premier League where everyone is like going through what Tottenham went through, then it's going to have to stop. Of course, we'll stop temporarily, but hopefully it won't be a long-term thing like it was first time round.
And do you think that if they do stop fans going into stadiums, is that going to impact our January transfer window again?
Probably.
knowing cycle,
yeah,
isn't it?
Probably. Knowing Levy, 100%, he'll definitely use it as a reason. So I would like to think it wouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised. It depends. If it's one or two games, then no. But if it's for an extended period, then yeah.
All right. Let's move on and let's talk about the Conference League as the draw has been made for the playoff round. But we don't know who is playing in the next round yet. The draw got taken out today, and Spurs and Vitesse were both in the draw. The governing body or the disciplinary body that is making the decision haven't come to a decision as of yet, but they are reviewing the case to see who will play in the next round. But the draw has been made, and we drew against Rapid Vienna in the playoff round of the Conference League. But do you want to run us through a bit about what decision is being made by the governing body?
So basically, they're trying to decide who is at fault for the game not being able to be rescheduled. So obviously Tottenham postponed the game without discussing it with Rennes or UEFA beforehand, which obviously Rennes were very, very angry about. However, there's now talk that Rennes could be the one to forfeit the game, seeing as they potentially weren't accommodating to Tottenham when trying to reschedule the game. And it's up to now the disciplinary board to decide who's more at fault for the game not going ahead. Is it Tottenham for postponing the game without anyone's notice, or is it Rennes for not being accommodating, so Tottenham trying to reschedule it?
Dock Rennes some points, that's what I say.
Dock and points. That'd be nice. That'd be funny. But I still think I'm leaning towards Tottenham forfeiting it because they're the original ones. But they're saying if it is found that there could have been times to play the game and Rennes were completely uncooperative, then the ball could fall in their court.
See, I don't see a way where it's not that, to be honest, because Rennes have such a free December. They go on a massive Christmas break. They've got about 2 games this month or something silly like that. So they had plenty of time to reschedule this game. They really did. So
well, it's up to the disciplinary panel to decide whether they had within their right not to reschedule it for those periods, or whether it was completely wrong of them. I don't know. I still lean towards Tottenham forfeiting, to be honest. I still think it kind of leans towards that way, but it's kind of in the balance at the moment.
Yeah. Do we know when we're going to get a decision?
Don't know, but I'm sure it has to be imminent. Has to be at some point soon.
All right. Well, that's the state of play of the Conference League at the moment. At the moment, our name was in the draw, and we drew a Rapid Vienna.
The test must be absolutely fuming right now about what's going on.
Yeah, must be. They must be, but it is.
Well, they are, seeing as apparently there was more anti-Tottenham banners at the weekend.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Gee, I've never seen a team come under so much fire for having.
I just hope we never draw them away again. You know, it's going to be a battering probably if we ever go to the test again.
But like, I've never seen it before. Like, obviously, COVID hasn't been around for that long. Was it a year or 2 years now? COVID. But either way,
coming up to 2 years, I think.
Either way, like, have you ever seen a team with like that had to have gone down with illness, had to cancel their games, and come under such criticism?
Yeah, it's incredible. I guess people are just unhappy with how we've dealt with it. But anyway.
Yeah.
We're talking about incompetence in UEFA, you know, the draw being redone as well. Apparently there's problems in the Conference League draw as well. But yeah, apparently.
What is wrong with these people?
But apparently it's okay. Apparently they're going to go forward with the draw, but it's a lot
Conference League is okay, but Champions League...
Yeah, it has to be redone. So
has it been redone now, the Champions League
doing
draw?
It now.
Oh, right, they're doing it now. All right. Well, let's move on and let's talk about Dele Alli. Let's go. There's a couple of updates here again. First one's from Mike McGrath from Telegraph, and he says Dele Alli will be made available for a move away from Tottenham next month to revive his career away from the club. Spurs chairman Daniel Levy would ideally want a transfer fee for the midfielder to leave on a permanent transfer, but a loan, possibly with an obligation or option at the end, could be negotiated. The Athletic have said that Dele Alli is most likely to leave Tottenham on loan in January. Sami Mokbel says the opportunity to join a new club in 2022 will be welcomed by Dele Alli, who wants to play regular football. The only real stumbling block is the fee that Tottenham would want for Ali, with Ali tied down until June 2024, making a loan move the most realistic way out for him. Yeah. And David Ornstein has spoken, and he said Tottenham have decided to let Dele Alli leave in January, probably on loan. Daniel Levy refused in past amid PSG interest, but stance has changed, and 25-year-old needs regular game time. Tottenham contracted till 2024 and barely playing, so sale unlikely. It's a bit of deja vu, this.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get him a move in January, because I think it's best for everyone. He needs just a refresh. You know, he needs to get out of this environment, and clearly it's no good for him because it's been a while now since we saw anything resembling Dele at his best, like at all.
We said that a year ago.
Exactly, it's been so long, so I think he needs a move. Hopefully, a loan makes sense, because I can't see anyone committing to spending even 20 million right now, let alone like 30 or 40 million, without some sort of evidence that they can get him playing again. So I think a loan move definitely suits him. Hopefully, he can kind of recapture some form on a loan move with a view to make it permanent in the summer. I think that's or even having a refreshed Dele Alli back in the squad would also be good. So I think a loan move definitely makes sense. At the moment as well, like, where does he fit in the team? Like, I can't see. It's like, I know Conte says 2 number 10s, but we're kind of being a bit wide, or like wide forward positions. I don't see Dele Alli suiting those positions in the front 3. So I don't really see a position for him in the team. Do I see him in a midfield 3 if we go 5-3-2 as well? I mean, maybe suit him a bit more, but I still think there are a lot of players ahead of him in that pecking order. So I just don't see a place for him in the team, and I don't see him fighting his way in it. So makes sense for everyone. No point in him sitting on the bench for another 6 months.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, we've all had our say multiple times on Dele Alli, and I think it just suits all parties now if he just moves on. And I think a loan probably suits everyone as well. I mean, it suits us because maybe we can reinvigorate him and bring him back. If it's a loan with an obligation or option to buy, it gives us an out, or him an out as well with a transfer. So I think it just suits everyone, really. And yeah, get the deal done. What kind of teams do you reckon are going to come in for him in January?
Newcastle.
That's just the only option, isn't it?
I mean, maybe like an Everton, Villa. Maybe they'll be tempted with a loan move somewhere around there. I don't see anyone in the top 6 going for him right now. So he would have to go for a rung below. But if it's a loan move, I can see some teams being a bit tempted by it. Maybe the potential.
All right. Do you reckon someone like... Nah, I can't see anyone in any of the top teams going for him, to be honest. I was going to say Man United, but I just can't see anyone like that going for him. I mean, the best team I can see him going for at the moment is probably Aston Villa, to be honest.
Yeah, someone like that. Villa. Maybe Leicester.
Leicester's probably a good shout
Leicester
as well.
on loan could be a potential, but then we wouldn't want to be benefiting our rivals, would we? So much more likely to be like an Everton or Villa.
Villa, yeah. All right, let's move on. And the last story of the day is from the Sunday People. So make of it what you will, but they say Everton have been keeping tabs on Harry Winks' situation at Tottenham. Sunday People is a newspaper, apparently.
Never heard of them. Is it part of like the Sun or something, or just?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm not too sure.
Another one where it could potentially happen, but it looks like we are looking to make moves in January in terms of outgoings. Strong links with Bergwijn and Dele. They look for sure. In terms of Harry Winks, I've actually been pretty happy with what he's given so far since Conte's come in. But if Conte's not convinced by him, for sure, I mean, there are definitely options out there that we can get in to improve the squad. And Winks, if he thinks he's one of the ones that needs to go out the door, then so be it. I think he's been fairly decent when called upon under Conte. But if Everton are going to offer a good deal, it's probably worth it.
Who do you think it's easier to find a move for, Dele or Winks?
Dele, I think.
You think Dele?
Yeah, I think Dele, just because of what he's shown before. Like Winks, he's been a good player, but he's never been a Dele level player, previously. So, and obviously they're both off the boil. So I think Dele for sure. But I think people are much more likely to take a punt on Dele than Winks, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But that is your Tottenham update today. Let me know in the comments section below if you have any thoughts regarding any of the news stories we brought to you today. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.